What's happening, folks? Just wanted to come to y'all real quick. I do a lot of YouTubing. When I say YouTubing, I don't mean making a whole bunch of videos. I do a lot of YouTubing, as in I watch a lot, just people's content and stuff like that. See what they got to say, hear what they got to talk about. One of the things that I don't necessarily agree with, I mean, if it's something that you do, then that's just something that you do. One of the things I don't necessarily agree with is the focus on people's color and who they choose to be married to. And I don't understand how this newer generation, when I say newer generation, I don't mean just young people. I don't mean just people who are like 20 years old or stuff like that. I mean newer generation as in this is the time, this is the way of society. I don't understand why that holds so much weight with you as far as listening to what someone has to say. Someone can have the truth that you need to pull you out of a situation, but you're not paying attention to them because they have a white wife or an Asian husband or something of this nature. And I don't get where that makes sense to you in your head that if this person does not have a spouse or kids the same race or color as them, then they know nothing of your struggle. What that is, if you didn't know, is a part of social programming. If I can get you to stay in little groups, and I mean little groups because when you're looking at the population of the United States as a whole, if I can get you to stay in little groups, with the person that best or is close to your color, and the person who's close to your religion or shares the same religion or shares the same spirituality, if I can get you in those little boxes, then the control is set in that much deeper. I don't have to worry about you, revolting. I don't got to worry about you coming against government. I don't got to worry about you trying to lead people to tear down the system. You're self-contained. One of the things that people used to tell me when I play basketball, played a lot of team, a lot of organized basketball. And I had an issue with people who didn't play defense on me because I felt like I was somebody that needed to be guarded. And most of the time, when I was guarded, I could hit shots. I could hit shots, layups. I could go to the hole. I was comfortable. But when somebody left me by myself, it made me think more than anything. So all of the hard work that I practiced, all of the stuff that I tried to invoke on the other team, I couldn't do. My focus was gone. My focus was on the fact that they weren't checking me, not on the fact that I practiced thousands of hours, these jump shots, these dribble drives, these drives and kicks, and knowing how to read the defense and knowing where my players are going to be. All of that stuff that's pertinent to my team, I couldn't execute because I was so busy worried about why don't they check me? And why is that significant? Because this is pretty much a part of the strategy now. They're not worried about you when you're self-contained, when you're self-consumed with your color, your religion, your race, your creed, your ethnicity, your football team, what TV show it is. When you put yourself in those little groups, you stop focusing on the issue. You stop doing what you know to do. And I mean naturally. Naturally, you know something is wrong. You know when a person is, off their Richter. You know when things shouldn't be happening in public, or that's something for private. If you do that at your house, that's fine. But we're in a public establishment. There's kids around, and you don't want your kids influenced in a negative way. That's what I mean. All of the stuff that you practice and that you know in your heart that you know you can execute without a shadow of a doubt, you don't do it because you're too focused on the things that really don't have nothing to do with you. It doesn't have anything to. I get it. I understand that who I choose to marry is a very public and political statement. I understand that. But some people don't care about public and political statements. Some people want to be loved for who they are. Some people want to be in a good relationship and be treated well. Some people marry the person that they love. They don't marry it for a political statement. They don't marry that person for a certain look. But there are people that do that. And those are the people that perpetuate the social programming that you're a part of. So when you see a black couple out, oh, you got the mother and the father, and you got 3 or 4 little kids, and everybody's black, and they got all of these things to make them look good, but you don't know what's on the inside. You don't know if those people are horrible. You don't know if that dad secretly does things. You don't know if the wife secretly does things. You don't know what's going on with that family. All you see is a picture. That's it. And I don't mean a picture as in can't a picture. I mean a picture as in when you're looking at them out in public and they're all dressed alike, and they may all have on dashikis, or they may all have African colors or something like that, and they're all natural. They didn't put the crazy stuff in their head. That's the stuff that you're worried about. You're not worried about the character. You're not worried about whether or not they're demonic or crazy or something like that. You're not worried about that. You're not worried about if those kids are eating. You can't always tell what's going on. But because you're so consumed with them not checking you, that you have an issue. So my thing is this, because I seen a couple of videos that were talking about the Advise show that I didn't necessarily like. I seen a couple of videos that were talking about just people in general. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and name everybody. I told you I don't do that. I don't come at people. I watch a lot of shows. I watch a lot of people's shows, even people that oppose with the other people that they're talking about on their shows. I watch all their stuff. Because if you let somebody talk long enough, you'll hear everything you need to hear from them. The problem is if you don't have any discernment, then none of that matters, because you won't be able to hear anything. You can't see the forest through the trees. So, my thing is this: get away from the colorism. Try to break yourself away from the social programming. Stop looking at who people marry as their rite of passage to be able to spread some positive information, some information that could possibly change your life. Stop worrying about people's love life and taking their love life and ingratiating that with what they have to do politically. They don't match. They don't go together. They don't complement each other. That's not how this works.